What's up, Infected, and welcome to the Quarantine. This video is going to be similar to another video I made where I built the Scythe station. Today I'm going to be building the Scythe factory. And sorry if there's a bit of a glare. There we go. So the Scythe factory. This is a Meeple Realty insert. If you haven't seen my Scythe station one, I'll have a link up here and down in the description if I remember to put them there. That'll take you to those. Check that out as well. So that's really it. We're going to go through a time lapse of building this. This time, I'm going to put the camera behind me, so maybe it'll be a little easier to see what's going on. But anyways, let's just go on. Alright, and we're done. So, of course, just like with the Xia station, it's going to require a little bit more sanding, probably a little bit of gluing, but this is done. If I can get the lid off. Now, I do have a couple complaints with this, but I'll touch the complaints afterwards. So, you have all your stuff that sits on top, and then room for your board extension, and then your board. Then you put all the player boards over on this side, and then you have all of the insert stuff. So over here, you have the insert that holds all the cards fully sleeved, which I do not have them sleeved because they didn't fit in the original box sleeved very well, so I never got sleeves for them, but now that this supposedly fits sleeved, I will probably do that. Now, these here, I wonder just how well those are going to fit sleeved, because that's not a lot of room left. Because this is supposed to hold the factory and encounter cards, so I'm not really sure just how well that's going to fit everything sleeved, but who knows. Then you have the automata cards, which this comes out, and you can pull these out and pull these out, so these can actually sit on the side of the board, or you can put them on the board in their designated spot, which is probably what I'll do. And then you have your combat cards and your structure bonus cards. Now this is one of my complaints. This really cool insert does not have any place for these encounter tokens to go. There's no designated spot, so I'm just putting them in a Ziploc baggie and I'm putting them there, I guess. Minor complaint, but still a complaint nonetheless. But other than that, this also pops off, so that way you can just start drawing it from here. So technically, you know, you don't really even need to have anything on the board, but this takes up an unnecessary amount of table space, so I will probably go ahead and just leave it, or leave everything on the board like you're supposed to. And then you have this. So this slides off, and you have your money and your tokens. Now this also is supposed to pop out and allow you access to all the money, but as you saw there, I can definitely see issues about getting everything back on. So honestly, I will probably wind up just gluing this and you pull the money out this way instead. I feel that might be easier, but who knows. Now I don't have the 50 gold or the 50 point tokens and the 2 point tokens, however they are on their way. I went ahead and ordered them because, spoiler alert, I really enjoy Scythe. It's not a game I get to bring to the table often, but it is definitely one of my favorites. So there's that. I'll put this over here. Then we have, oh crap, that was going to be one of the issues I was going to talk to you about, but I guess we'll talk to you about it now. Now getting this out without doing what I just did requires a little bit more finesse than it probably needs to. Now it's got some gears here, which let me see if I can't get that back on here. Alright, so I managed to get that back on there. I'm probably going to glue that, but it's going to be very tricky with how you wind up gluing it. Now this is kind of neat. So as you see, there's a bottom tray underneath here with these little locking mechanisms. So you have these little click-in bases here where the pieces can pop, well, popped out the wrong one, but so this pops out, you play with it, you take it, you pop it back in. Now the problem that I have is another problem that I have is these pop things, I can foresee these wearing out really, really fast, and then these little wood pieces that are little brackets that hold them there wind up breaking. One of them actually did, which you may or may not have caught, and I had to glue it back together. So that was annoying. But then a couple of them, like this one here, doesn't like to go back in very well. And they're a little difficult to get out. Like that was shockingly easy, but getting it back in is a little more difficult, and I can feel the piece moving on the base. So that's another issue that I have. But this is the really cool part. So in order to get this top part off to reveal all the player pieces, you take this and you slide it up, which causes those sidings to go, as you see, they move. Then you take the back locking one and you move it back, and you move this side back, and then you reveal all of the player pieces for you to be able to pull out of, which is pretty cool. And then as you build mechs, you just slide these out, and to put them back, you slide them back in. Set this on top, you line up the little ridges that you see on the sides, you lock the back one, lock the front one, close off the building bay, and you're good to go. So that's pretty cool. Almost feels needlessly complicated, but still cool nonetheless. Those gears popping off, though, definitely going to be a constant thorn in my side. I may just put some super glue or something on the insides and go from there. I'm not sure, but we'll put that over there. And then lastly, you have just the bottom tray thing that allows you to pull out all of the new player counters. Now, or the player, I don't remember what they're called, but the combat wheels. Now, I also, by ordering those, the coins, the 50 and the 2s, I do have the player things here that are actually going to go down in here. One other issue, let me see if that's an issue over here. No, it's not. But I was thinking that this wasn't going to have enough space there, but it looks like it does. But that's a really nice little design, allows you to hold all the player boards underneath that. But that is the Scythe Meeple Realty insert. It's really, really nice, but it does have several problems that you know are okay. They're workable, but they are problems nonetheless. Now, another thing that I didn't realize until after I ordered this, of course, is that this insert, as you can see here, everything fits back in, you know, almost perfectly. This insert's not going to, probably anyways, not going to hold anything with the new expansion, which is kind of a shame, and I didn't know that they were coming out with that new expansion until after I already ordered this, but I guess that's what I get for not paying attention. But anyways, that is the Meeple Realty insert for Scythe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you let me know down in the comments. I'll have a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support that up here in the corner and down in the description. I also have a tip jar down in the description if you're afraid of commitment but still want to help the show. Any amount would be appreciated, but if not, definitely keep watching the videos. That also helps out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time in the quarantine.